So hello, yeah, having worked with trees and the spirit of place from the age of 13, looking back, yes, don't it's worth not underestimating carrying stones and feathers, an intentioned wand with you, heightens it does heighten our energy and our connection to nature, but so that's not to be underestimated. But when you're actually to be gifted a wand from a tree is a completely different experience. The relationship you have with it, when a tree spirit is actually embodied in wood, is very, very different. And it really starts with our connection to trees, so working with trees, and the ability to approach a tree with beginner's mind starts to build a very strong energetic connection and subjective experience of the tree, and the relationship to it is so much more powerful. And that's the way to start. In all my years, I've only been given 3 wands, and they all came at the right time. And the journey that you go on is quite amazing. And you may be given, you may leave them as they are. You may be given images, communication of how to carve that wand, what it needs. My second one was amazing. It uncovered beautiful runes as I carved it. But yeah, it's a very different experience altogether, different level. And my understanding, or my teaching, was to have beginner's mind at all times, like the I Ching talks about. It's so that you can have open palm intention and the honesty needed. Open palm intention being an open intention for that one to come, and it will in time, at the right time, and a long-term connection with 1 or 2 trees helps, but isn't always necessary. My background then was the spirit of place, which is supposedly a Celtic shamanic, possibly Druid-based experience. And to talk about beginner's mind as well as children, if you teach a child when they're young, like I was lucky enough to experience, it's such a different experience. It's wonderful because trees will react and come forward so much more readily with beginner's mind, childlike mind, innocence, like a child experiencing the world for the first time, just completely open. And that's the intention we're looking for when we send that out, and in time it will happen. Yeah, so pureness of heart is important because life reflects back to us. If trees are not reacting, or reacting sometimes in a negative way, there's a good reason for that. And there was a period in my life when that was the case, and it was a reflection of where I was at, and that's okay. Wherever we're at is okay. It's part of the learning journey. And not to forget that whether we're on the Wiccan path, or into Druidry, or Sufi, or whatever your leaning is, we are learning to be of service, which is where sometimes modern Wicca and things that information is lost, but it's there. It's in our ancestors from all traditions, And the experience of being of service is so important in the journey of connecting with nature, because she is of service, and like meets like so beautifully well. Or she can teach you harshly. So there is a cautionary side to working with nature, but she is the best teacher, and I don't regret all the dark and difficult experiences I've had, because they just show you where your light needs to grow, where the cracks are, to work with them to allow the light in, and the light within. So enough ramble, and all the best. Blessed be.